Hello everyone, this is going to be a quick recording about how to create openable doors in Roll20. I am on my test game here in Roll20 and I'm going to head over to the settings section and I'm going to choose the mod API scripts option. Because we are using a mod or API script, you will need to be a pro member for this to work. Once I open the API script section, we're going to see the API sandbox, and it's going to list all of the scripts that I currently have installed for this Roll20 campaign. The important one here you're going to want is DoorKnocker. You'll be able to find that right in the Roll20 mod library. When you click on this box, just search for DoorKnocker and it will pop up. When you install DoorKnocker, it's going to automatically install these three as well, as they are dependent scripts. With these scripts installed, we'll hop over to our game where we have these scripts working. So here is a simple map currently using some art assets out of the Quick Encounters Libraries art pack created by Gabriel Picard. This works really well. Gabriel Picard has a lot of great art out on the Roll20 shop if you want to head out on there into the marketplace and just check out some of his stuff. Back over here on our game screen, we're going to take a look out of our token's eyes. We can see that we've got this all set up, so that's Control L to look out of the token's eyes. We can see we've got this setup area here as a wall, and if I flip over to the dynamic lighting layer, we can see the blue wall represents, or the blue line represents the wall, and we have an orange line which currently represents a locked door. Due to some recent changes on Roll20's end, there's a couple extra steps you have to do for the DoorKnocker script to recognize these various line colors, so we will do those now. So first what I'm going to do is select this blue line, and with that selected, we're going to have to enter a command into the chat in order for this DoorKnocker script to recognize the blue line as indicating a wall. So I'll paste this into chat here and I'll hit enter. And now DoorKnocker knows that that blue line represents a wall. We're going to do the same thing for this orange line or the locked door. So I'll select that. And enter that bit of text and hit enter. And then lastly, we want to let DoorKnocker know how to recognize an unlocked door. So I'm going to change this door line to green. Click OK. All right, so we noticed that that didn't take that change, so let's go ahead and try that more time. Select that orange line, drop down, choose green, and click OK. Okay, that time it took it. We've got our green line there. So now that we've got our green line selected, we're going to enter the last bit of text to make it recognize it as an unlocked door. Alright, with that entered, we now have all of our three main components, walls, doors, and locked doors, all recognized by DoorKnocker. Let's see if it works. So we look out of the token's eyes with Control L. We can see this is a door. We imagine this is a player who is stepping up and trying to open this door. You'll notice I have two token actions up here. These are macros built into the game that allows for the door opening functionality. Open close door, of course, is going to open unlocked doors. If I head over to my macros section here and check out the open close door macro, we're going to see it gives a quick emote letting the surrounding folks know that this character has now tried to open a door, and it uses the actual DoorKnocker script to open unlocked doors. So we'll test that one first, make sure it works. So we're in front of a door here, we're going to click open close door. And notice the door is now opened, and it has put into text here that I have tried to open this door or interacted with the door. Luckily this is a toggle, so you just click the same button again if you wish to close the door. And there's the door is closed. Now if I flash back over to the dynamic lighting layer and change this green line to an orange one indicating that it's a locked door, alright, now the door is locked, and if the player attempts to open this, once again look out of the token's eyes, they'll hit open close door, and notice the door does not open. So they interact with the door, but it doesn't open, and this is an opportunity for the DM to say the door is stuck, locked, whatever may be the case. Once the players have found a way to bypass this lock, whether that's a key or a pick the lock or whatnot, you will be able to have the token selected as the GM, and then use this macro, open, close, locked door. And if we pop over to this section here, we can see the open, close, locked door is very similar, except instead of using push, it uses key, and that's what lets the script know that this command can open locked doors. So now with this selected as the GM, I would click this button, and the door would open. In order for this to work, make sure the players only see what they're supposed to. We'll notice that the open, close door is set as visible to all players, while the open, close, locked door is not visible to players. So this button only appears to GMs. So that is how we create doors that can be opened using dynamic lighting and a script. As one quick little bonus feature, I will show you guys really quickly about a good way to draw your doors. I first learned this little trick from Keith Curtis on the Roll20 forums. Many of you who have experience drawing doors will likely know that it's very difficult to draw a door well so it's visible from both sides. So for example, if I step back up here and I close this locked door and we step backwards, we can see enough of a door here to know that yes, that's a door. That looks pretty good. Most players will be able to recognize that. But if we enter the room and then take a look what the token sees, notice how this door is very hard to see. And again, if we go over to our dynamic lighting line, we can see the way the line has been drawn is really behind the door. So it's only really well visible from the exterior of the room, and we want it to be visible from both sides. So what we can do in this case is instead of using a line, so I'll go ahead and remove this line, we can use a dynamic lighting shape set to be one way. So if I'm in the dynamic lighting layer and I come here to shape and I change from wall to one way, it's now going to allow me to draw a shape. So I'm going to choose to draw a rectangle. So just by clicking and drawing this shape, we can see now, right now the way it is set is it's backwards. So we want to select this shape, and we're going to click this little line, or this little circle arrow here, and that is going to change. So now these lines represent that they can see through the image this way up until this line, and from this way they can see through it the other way. So I'll probably tweak this just a little bit so that it's good but doesn't show anything from inside of the room that we're not supposed to see. And if I back out to our token and we look this way, we can see the door, which looks great. That's really obvious to the player. And if the player was to try to look at it from the other side, they can see it just as clearly. Alright guys, hopefully that was helpful. I'll put some of this text right in the first comment to make it easily accessible for the macros and the commands to update the dynamic lighting lines to be recognized by the script. Hope this was helpful. Thanks very much for watching.